going on, people? Myke C-Town here, the episode of Records and Ramblings. Before we get into the records, let's do a little bit of rambling in the form of a message about the sponsor of this video. Dossier is a company that specializes in reproducing classic, luxury, high-end scents at a fraction of the price, which would lead people to think that because the price is lower, that the quality is also lower. But that's not something that you have to worry about with Dossier. Most people know that when you buy designer items, more times than not, you're paying that high price tag for the brand name, not the product itself. And that's also something that you don't have to worry about with Dossier, as their scents start at somewhere around $29, whereas designer scents start at closer to $50. One cool thing is they have a risk-free system that allows you to try out the scents before you actually commit to them. They offer a 30-day return policy in which you can return any open bottle within that window and receive a full refund. Outside of the price, one thing that really attracted me to this company is the fact that all of their fragrances are ethically sourced with vegan and eco-friendly ingredients, and they are all 100% non-toxic and cruelty-free, which means no innocent animals had their eyes burned out or their skin scorched during the production of these fragrances. And this is something that your favorite perfume company probably can't say. But a few of my favorite scents are the musky oak moss, which is a nice blend of bergamot, rose, and oak moss with a very subtle musk undertone, which is really nice. And also the floral rose, which is a blend of musk, cedarwood, and rose, and it's a really nice summery scent. You know, a really welcoming smell that would be great on a more casual type of day. Whether you're buying this for your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your aunt, your uncle, whoever, they have a scent for you. So be sure to check out the website linked down there in the description section. You can get a 20% discount off your first order, but there's also a code down there, specially from me, where you can get another 10% off your order. And that goes for any order, first, second, third, whatever. So I think that's a pretty good deal, and you can get free shipping if you buy 3 bottles or more. So jump on it. And be sure to let me know what your favorite fragrance is. All right, that being said, let's get into the records. And the first record I'm going to show in this edition of Records and Ramblings, this is, I believe it's pronounced Ahkqueth. I'm not sure if that's right. I'm probably butchering it. And the name of the album is this here, and I'm not even going to attempt to try to pronounce that. I have no idea. But what I do know is this is a one-man black metal band from Canada. I actually don't know much about them at all, outside of them being really good. Between 2017 and 2019, he released 2 demos, and there hasn't been anything since. So it might be a completely disbanded project, but the guy's not in any other bands that I could find. But, I don't know, this is really good. And something about this gives me the feeling that it's indigenous themed. I don't know if that's correct at all. Apologies if I'm totally wrong there. But yeah. And I just noticed he's wearing a Rammstein shirt. It's not something that you see too often with black metal dudes. Records on white vinyl. But yeah, this has really good riffs, really sad chords. But I don't think that this would necessarily qualify as DSBM, but I think the way he plays and the chords he uses creates this really nice, hypnotic atmosphere. Trust me, it's nothing super mind-blowing or super different, but it's just really, really well done black metal, which is what I look for, you know? And it also has a cover. I thought the song was called Quiet Ones. The Catatonia song, but it says Quiet World here, so I guess it's Quiet World. Either way, I like that song, and I think that the way that he plays here, that song works really well being transitioned into a black metal song. But yeah, this is great stuff. If you can still find it, I don't know if it's limited or rare or anything like that, but if you can find it, definitely check it out. And that's right, I'm going to show in this edition of Records and Ramblings. This is Lethal Means with Zero Sum Game. So, I actually came across this because I recently went to Virginia Beach for a conference for work, and I had a little bit of extra time after the conference, so I hit up a couple record stores, one of them being called Not For The Weak Records, which released this, Not For The Weak. So yeah, so Not For The Weak is actually a record store, but it's also a label, which I think is actually pretty cool. But while I was in there, I talked to the owner for a really long time. I don't remember his name, but he was a super nice guy. Played me some music that he put out, and it turns out he's in this band, and this band rules. It's great crust punk with some really awesome riffs. You can also hear some classic US hardcore influence, you know, like Breakdown or like Warzone maybe. And there's even some Japanese hardcore sounds that are in here as well. It's really good. And it has these integrity style leads that are in there that just really work. Record's on this kind of maroon-ish color here. But yeah, you can get this for really cheap on Bandcamp right now. And I'm telling you, if you're into like crusty hardcore with really good riffs, I think you should jump on this. Eric Bauer, Pat, Ground Zero Salem, if you're watching, this is definitely up y'all's alley. But all the rest of you, check this out, man. It's really good music. And if you're in Virginia for whatever reason, make sure you go check out Not For The Weak Records. It's a great little punk record store. Virginia's weird, man. Yeah, Virginia's fucking weird. I went and saw the big Neptune Merman guy on the beach. That was pretty cool. Outside of that, I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me for next time I'm up there what the fuck there is to do in Virginia/Virginia Beach other than going to the water. Anyway, let's move on. This record I'm going to show you in this edition of Records and Ramblings. This is Onry Ozzborn with Alone. So yeah, hopefully most of you are familiar with Onry Ozzborn, but yeah, this is from 2001. I can't remember where I got this, but I know I scored this for something like $5 or something, and I know I was out of town. I just don't remember where. But yeah, I love Onry Ozzborn, and this is some great shit. He has one of the best flows in rap, and it's not talked about enough how dope he is. Records on Black, yep, won't bother showing you that. Quick side note, Dead End Hip Hop recently premiered a video for Onry's new album, so I'll be sure to link that down there in the description section, so be sure to check out that new album. It's fucking dope. It's really dope. But yeah, this one's dope too. But yeah, I guess for those that don't know, Onry is from a group called Gray Skull. He's also a part of this huge crew called Old Dominion. That's all of that shit is great too. But yeah, this is that classic Onry sound, dark and, you know, some really intricate flows. And I just love the production that he's using on here. But yeah, if you're a fan of stuff like Aesop Rock or Rob Sonic or even like the psychosocial era of Jedi Mind Tricks, then I really think you'll dig this. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. Onry Ozzborn is criminally underrated. So yeah, this shit's tight. This next record I could have sworn I'd shown before, but I guess I haven't. But yeah. This is Pearls Before Swine, City of Gold. So, this is the 5th album by Pearls Before Swine, and Pearls Before Swine is mostly a solo project of Thos Rapp, who seems to just get other members to kind of play with him, as far as I can tell at least, sort of like David Tibet from Current 93. But yeah, this is really good, kind of, what would you call this? Kind of psychedelic folk, I guess. It's too old to be considered neo-folk, in my opinion. But yeah, they're from Florida. I didn't realize that until recently. Florida doesn't seem like a place that would breed really good psychedelic folk music, but I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, this would appeal to fans of stuff like Perry Leopold or Incredible String Band or Jan Dukes de Grey, Dando Shaft, stuff like that. I think people who like Bob Dylan would actually kind of like this too, because there are some elements where there's kind of like a folk rock parts in there, kind of. But yeah, I even like some of the songs that sound like straight up country songs, even though I like country in general. But it's kind of weird coming from this project. But yeah, it says on side 1 it's Thos Rapp, and on side 2 it's Pearls Before Swine. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, this was recorded in 1970, y'all. 1970. And yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a little beat up, the record, which I've said before. I don't mind these kinds of old records being a little beat up as long as the wax itself looks great, and it does. It's on black, and I typically wouldn't show you that, but I want to brag about how fucking clean this record is for something that's, you know, I don't want to do math. Is it 40 years old? Something like that? But yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. And I'm always on the hunt for stuff that sounds like this. So if anybody is into like weirdo psychedelic folk, like especially old psychedelic folk, especially stuff like Comus, send it over, man. Send it over. I would be eternally grateful. Moving right along, let's talk about some motherfucking black metal. I don't know what that was. But yeah, this is Pissmoon with the Cryptic Winds of Black Divinity. So yeah, so Pissmoon is a raw black metal project from, I'm pretty sure it's Australia. I'm having a brain fart right now, y'all. This is what happens when you get old. You know, shit just comes in and it just goes right out. It doesn't even linger long enough to leave any sort of impression, but I'm pretty sure it's Australia. But yeah, this is one of the many projects from the Seer, who just makes incredible music. The Seer also does Vorsath, he does Autumn's Rapture, he does Howling Night Winds. But yeah, all the projects I've heard from him are just fucking fantastic. This record's on Go to Warx. So I don't know if this is rare or if this is like really expensive, but yeah, all I know is this record is incredible. It also features the guy that does Cave Ritual and Death Circle. Death Circle is, to me, awesome. They actually released an album last year that I missed, but I don't know. It's also great raw black metal. Death Circle I'm talking about. But yeah, he's part of the whole Bosnian black metal crew with Obscuritatum and Sulfuric Night. Records on black, won't bother showing you that. But yeah, Pissmoon. The shit is fantastic. Nasty sounding, but also it's really majestic. Great riffs, amazing drumming, this fantastic atmosphere. Seer just has a really interesting way of writing riffs that really suck you in and make you pay close attention, but they also make you kind of just sit back and just, you know, take it all in and just relax, you know, and just kind of be sucked into it. It's just really good black metal. A lot of bands do try to go for this sound, but they don't nail it like this. They really don't. So yeah, Pissmoon, Cryptic Winds of Black Divinity. If you can get a copy of this for under some ridiculous price, or if you just have a lot of fucking money and you don't want to contribute it to anything that's helping people in the world and you want to spend it on records on Discogs or something, you should definitely grab this. It's awesome. And the last record I'm going to show on this edition of Records and Ramblings, this is Sorrow with Under the You Possessed. So, I'm surprised I haven't shown this record already, but this is the kind of experimental neo-folk project of Rose McDowell. Rose McDowell is a absolute legend. She worked with Current 93 on quite a few records, but she was also part of the amazing pop group Strawberry Switchblade, which I just absolutely adore. And I've talked about them on this channel before, but anyways, yeah, this is just an incredible record. Here is the insert here, back of the insert here. Really nice quality record. It's on Night School Records. I'm not really familiar too much with Night School Records. And it's a split with Iski Dick. What does that say? Iski Disc? Pisky Disc. Got it. Don't know anything about Pisky Disc either. But yeah, so yeah. This is on gold vinyl. So if you're into neo-folk, or if you're into, you know, or if you're just into like old traditional folk, you know, or if you're just into experimental music in general, I definitely think you should grab this if you can find it. It's just incredible at times. It harkens back to older Current 93 stuff like Thunder Perfect Mind era, maybe Earth Covers Earth, but at other times it gives more of a Shirley Collins feel, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it gives more of a Julie Cruz feel, but all of those vibes from this album are just great. But Rose's vocals, that's the main thing here. Rose McDowall has one of the most beautiful voices you will ever hear in your entire life. Beautiful, beautiful. And she really showcases it on this record. I wish there was more. I do. I wish there was more, but unfortunately there's not. But yeah, she's a legend, and this album is incredible. Listen to it. Also listen to Strawberry Switchblade if you can. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this edition of Records and Ramblings. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I'm sorry it's been so long since I've done a video. As usual, I'm trying to fix all of that, but you know, I'm a lazy slash busy slash lazily busy slash busily lazy dude. And yeah. Anyways, I love you guys, and as usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I'll see y'all next time. All right? Peace out. Blah.